What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And boy, oh boy, was I excited to do this video today because I got some mind blowing clips and information for you guys to kick off the weekend. Something to think about. Folks, this information isn't to make you sad or scared or anything like that. No, on the contrary, this is information to prepare you ahead of time. I heard this quote today. I was listening to this just motivational speeches and stuff. And in the motivational speech, the guy was talking about preparation. And interestingly enough, he used the story of Noah and the ark. Everyone wants to be lazy. Everyone wants to just chill and relax. Everyone doesn't want to put in the effort. They want the easy way out. They don't want to prepare an ark because they've never seen rain before. And here is a man, an older man, making this huge ark. People making fun of him. He's going against the grain, doing what others wouldn't do. They called him crazy. They ostracized him. Yet, this old man, day in and day out, was constant in his effort. And obviously, he was guided and directed by God, and he listened to instruction. But that's primary. And secondarily, he was consistent. Now, when rain started to fall, in other words, when tough times started to come, those people who were lazy, who called them crazy, who didn't want to put in the effort to improve themselves or to have a constant relationship with others, to build their character up, to prepare their families for tough times, those same people who made fun of Noah were the same people who were wishing they had built their own ark or listened to the words of Noah. Now, if we put it into a perspective of our everyday lives, people who want to be fit but never work out, watch TV all day, eat all day, when it comes to a situation where they have to flee for their lives, are they going to be able to? Because, they haven't put in the time and effort to work out, to eat healthy. What about people who start a business, right? And it takes them years, but it's every day and every effort they put into that day that matters in the long run. This is the same thing. And now this is a long-winded intro, but all that to say is that preparation that you do day in and day out, knowing that the crises are coming in the future, it's going to pay dividends in the end. And if you ignore it and are lazy to prepare, you will get caught with your hand in your pants. And that moment is not a great feeling. So without further ado, here is the clips I want to show you guys. And this should make you feel the need to prepare.
And yet, despite the fact that we've now essentially clinically tested the vaccine on billions of people worldwide, around 1 in 5 Americans is still willing to put themselves at risk and put their families at risk rather than get vaccinated. People are dying because of misinformation.
So the war against misinformation. And now the terrorists from the Middle East will now that term is going to be turned around on the people that speak out against the wrongs of the so-called democracy. And you just wait, folks. It's It's turning around, and it's gonna get ugly, and it's gonna get the land of the free, which you once knew, which hasn't been free for the last couple of years. And you can even argue, far back when, but at least the last couple 3 years, that we're never going to pre-pandemic times. You can say goodbye to those days. Here's another clip.
Leaders in Europe who are organizing on social media to help Ukrainian refugees, offering food and shelter and jobs and rides. We've seen it in an IT army of volunteers who work to break through Russia propaganda and reach out to mothers of Russian soldiers, asking them to call on Putin to bring their sons home. And we've seen it in the combination of old and new media, like a viral image of a Russian TV editor walking into a live shot with a handwritten sign calling for an end to the war. The handwritten sign was a tool. TV is a tool. The internet is a tool. Social media is a tool. At the end of the day, tools don't control us. We control them, and we can remake them. It's up to each of us to decide what we value and then use the tools we've been given to advance those values. And I believe we should use every tool at our disposal to secure our greatest gift.
And for what purposes would you want to use that tool? I would add. What are him and his friends, that elite group? What is it they want from this tool? For what means will they utilize that tool? There's always a means to an end. Their goals are not what your goals would be. Anyways, listen to this. The EU is confirming all 27 member states will have to implement the COVID Green Pass by July 1st. The UK just handed out 18 million contracts for further development of the pass. And folks, this so-called pass, it's not going to give you freedom. And you can just read it right there. This is what it's going to do. Listen up.
Who is fully vaccinated or tested negative or has recovered from COVID can get one. And we have right now 15 member states that have already signed up. And from the 1st of July, all 27 member states have to apply these EU digital certificates for the COVID. I am planning now to start my tour through 27 member states for the Next Generation EU, our Recovery and Resilience plan, and I'm very curious to test and to see how this certificate will work. Thank you.
Well, there is the signing of people's freedoms just thrown in the garbage. Signs of the times. Here's Lynette Zhang. She said, we had stagflation in the 70s. What else happened then? We changed the monetary system from a gold back to a debt back. The same kind of switch is going to happen again. But this time, they want to keep us on a debt back system and go digital because it'll give them more control. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. And I think CBDCs are coming. It's a matter of when, not if. Boots on the ground. This lady can't even begin to tell you how many of my friends in Dallas are stressed by $500 to $700 a month rent increases coming in May and June, or their landlord informed them that they're selling the property. The middle class Texan is truly in a housing crisis right now, and this is going to become increasingly more and more. It's going to be the case increasingly, and wages are not going up with inflation, and you can't live if you're a single individual. It's hard to make a living when you're making such little money. It's not doable. And you see a lot of families or single individuals going through this, even families too. And here's the 30-year fixed mortgage rate, which just hit apparently 6.875%. I'm not too sure about this one, but I know that 30-year fixed mortgage rates are going up. I think the Federal Reserve 30-year fixed mortgage just hit like almost 5%. It's equivalent to what it was in the Great Financial Crisis during that time. So I can't attest to this. This is probably, like it says, California, but I think federally it's around almost 5%. So, anywho, that's what's going on, folks. A lot of stuff is going on, and what you need to do is prepare daily, consistently, and because you can't, on the flip of a switch, be prepared and have everything ready. No, it takes dedication, it takes time, it takes effort. So I hope this video has kind of give you a little inspiration, because that's what I want to do. And with this information, I want to inspire you to prepare, because you see the signs of the times are telling. Now I'm doing everything that I can. This year was the year where I said this is a pivotal year. So prepare. The least you can do is share this information with someone else. That's the least you can do. And if you happen to share the channel, great. You're helping the channel out. But also, the most important part is sharing the information. So, without further ado, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.